Hey, yeah. So I have a message. This is actually pertaining to inner child. Okay, your inner child. I'm gonna split it up into two. Okay, because there is like a side. There's like a side note here. You could be seeing 111. Somebody could be 32, 22. 3232 angel number, look that up, okay, if you feel like this resonates with you. And then the number 11, 112, or 1111 is significant as well. You hear the police sirens going right now? Okay, but Spirit's saying do what you need to do, okay? Accept what is. All right, that's the message here for somebody specific. You need to just do what you need to do and accept what it is. Okay, it may be difficult, but now is the time. The act of acceptance will bring peace. Okay, so let's see what the book has to say regarding these two cards here. What we want and what we need can be two very different things. Okay. When this is the case, our wants and needs can differ between self-indulgence and self-care. If you have pulled this card today, it might be time to reflect on the difference between these two in your life. Honoring self-indulgence is a wonderful way to connect with ourselves, especially when done mindfully. Self-care can require us to do things that might be uncomfortable or unpleasant in the moment, but will benefit us in the long run. All right, so self-care exercise. Today, ask yourself if there is an act of beneficial self-care that you have been putting off because it isn't something you want to do. This is your sign to do what you need to do for yourself now. And then we have responsive journaling prompt. What feelings arise when you think about something that you need to do? All right, do you feel overwhelmed? If so, ask your inner child what these feelings might mean. 222, okay? If you're seeing that, or you see it after receiving this message, this is for you, so take heed, all right? It will benefit you, I promise. What feelings arise when you think about something that you want to do? How might these feelings differ from what you need to do? Ask your inner child what the root cause of these different feelings is, okay? 246. All right, there's some type of like moving forward, maybe needing to move forward something or past something, okay? And like taking affirmative action, all right? Whatever that looks like for you. 0303. That could be pertaining to feminine energy, your feminine energy, communication, okay? But this is really beneficial for your growth, okay? 321 to reflect on this, okay? Maybe self-expression, all right? Might be a thing for you, all right? And then to accept what is. Let's see what it has to say. Acceptance of what is without the veil of judgment can help us find peace in the uncertainties of this life. If you have pulled this card, it might be time to practice acceptance regarding a certain aspect of your life, either for your inner child or for something that is occurring in your present moments. For both, the practice of acceptance will be the same, all right? So an acceptance exercise. Try to observe a painful or undesired aspect of your life without judgment. Non-judgment is the practice of suspending all beliefs and criticisms about how you or others should act, behave, or exist in the world. If judgmental thoughts or words encroach on your practice, allow them to gently fade away as you hold on to a mindset of non-judgment. Once you reach a place of acceptance regarding what is or what has happened, practice sending love to yourself in this space. Even if it feels a little forced, tell yourself and your inner child that you love yourself where you are and as you are. Tell yourself that nothing has changed or nothing has to change for you to be worthy of your love for yourself. 456. All right. Responsive journaling prompt. Is there anything that you believe you or another deserve judgment for? 0505, okay? It could be pertaining to some type of conflict or, this, whatever changes that you're experiencing right now or going through or you're being guided to do, it's being divinely guided, okay? Divinely led by the Most High, the universe, okay? Source, all right? I just heard ebb and flow, all right? If so, how might this belief be hindering you at this moment, all right? So that is for somebody specific, all right? I was also getting like, I don't know why this is coming up, but I see like, it's like a whole bunch of mushrooms, like hallucinogens, or is that how you say that? And then Mary J. So I don't know if anybody's a smoker or whatnot. I don't know if there's judgment being passed on somebody that does smoke trees. I really don't know. That's just what's standing out right now. That might be somebody's like safe space or a place that, or maybe this is something that somebody's considering like letting go and no longer, engaging in. This is not for everybody, all right? Maybe it's something that brings somebody peace, okay? Maybe you could be judging yourself. A lot of stars. Stars are significant. Flowers or plants are significant. The moon. Okay. So that is for somebody specific, okay? For somebody, it could be pertaining to somebody that you are currently with right now. That's not for everybody either. Okay? Somebody just may need to just accept this. All right? Or there's something that you need to accept that is difficult. Because by just like settling into like, well, this is just what it is. 0808. It will bring you a sense of peace. The Most High gives us what we need, not necessarily what we want. Because there's always something to take. There's always something to learn. There's always an area for growth, right? 2, 3. Okay, it's 1, 2, 3 on my clock right now. All right, hold on. Okay. Somebody could be 36, 37, 38. For some of you, you could feel like in a place of just, it's unfamiliar territory. Maybe you feel like foundation-wise, like things may be scattered or just out of place or just not really fully put together. But I feel like you see, like you're moving towards or you're investing in certain things that are assisting you with growing. It's just like, it might have been where things had to kind of collapse in order for you to look at the bigger picture, for you to look forward towards the beauty in what is. This will make sense for whoever it is, whoever it's for, okay? It's like Like in this card, she's like looking at all of this, like looking towards all of this, these flowers, all different colors. It's very beautiful, very full, right? And then behind her is like this foundation that looks like it's falling apart, or it has fallen apart. It's not fully put together. It doesn't look real stable and secure, okay? But this is behind her, right? So you do have a lot to look forward to. There's a lot of beauty in your forward movement and your forward steps, right? Right now, it might not, because she's like right outside of this place, right? So maybe you just got out of certain things, maybe a connection, right? With somebody else, or an environment, or a situation, whatever the case may be. And while you're just just fresh up out of there, and it's like, well, all of this, I see it, but it's right in front of me, but I just got out of here. Okay. 10-10 is significant as well. You could be seeing 10-10, or maybe you've completed something, you've ended a cycle, and now it's time for renewal. Okay. For some of you, you could be, or somebody, you could be suppressing your reality due to a nostalgic type of energy that you're engaging in, or even like something like a hallucinogen. Okay, shrooms is what I'm saying. 1133, you might be seeing that. If you do, that's for you. Okay, or like I said, like reefer, ganja, the trees. Okay, whatever. It could be excessive because you're not willing to sit with yourself to really focus on the beauty that is ahead of you. 1155, 1111, 1122, 1133, 1144, and 1155 is significant. You could be seeing these numbers, catching these times, or you will after seeing this message. Okay. But right now is the time, regardless of the difficulties, like you will make it through. But right now is the time to just do what you need to do, accept everything and everyone for what it is, who they are. And this will give you a sense of peace. Okay? Stay in the lane of, this is what I can handle. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is what I can handle. This is what my focus is going to be on. What I can control, okay? Not trying to control other people. 1244 is significant as well. Not trying to control other people, other, situations, environments. It does not matter. Like, just do you. Stay in your lane. Accept what is. And as you continue to do that, you will have a sense of inner peace, and then it'll also allow you to hear and see clearer enough so that you are certain about the direction that you are going, that is going to get you out of whatever funk or whatever energy that you're in, or environment, relationship, job. It doesn't matter, however it applies to you. Okay. All right. Some of you are needing to spend some time outside in nature. Some of you are needing to daydream, okay? Spend some time just daydreaming. Some of you are needing to be outside at night and just really just taking in the stars, the moon. I almost said the sun. Some of you need to be out in the sun, okay, and just sitting there. You don't even necessarily have to have a plan, 1414, of like, what am I going to think about today? Or what am I going to, no, just allow things to just naturally flow in. The Most High is going to drop on you intuitively. Your spirit team ancestors, like they're going to drop onto you a thought or an idea or direction of some sort, whatever it is that you specifically are needing. When you allow yourself to just sit there, accept whatever, and just be, have this peace of mind, 1441, regardless of if there's nothing but chaos around you, Okay? Because you know you can't handle, not that you can't handle, but you can't control whatever that chaos is. Whatever you can control, though, make sure you're focusing on that. You're doing what you need to do. But as far as the things outside of you and outside of your control, stressing and sweating about it is not going to change it. Because again, you have no control over that. Speak to Mother Gaia, the universe, the Most High, spirit team, angel guides, archangels, okay? Ancestors, to see you through the difficulties and to give you that, help to guide you to obtaining that sense of inner peace and just acceptance. You don't have to do it alone. Listen, I was somebody that there's not many people, I can't just go run to somebody and be like, yo, I need some advice, or I need the, good word to help me out, to keep me standing solid. I literally have my spirit team, the Most High, my ancestors, that's it. I have everything and every energy source or whatever outside of this physical realm that assists me. I have no physical person, no human being assisting me, and I haven't. When it comes to, just accepting what is, to, in which direction should I go, or how do I go about this? No. This is why my connection to Source is so strong, because that's who I've committed myself to, to taking care of what I need to for me, for my children, for my community, those that are seeking or wanting, some light in their lives. Confirmation. Brain power. That's looking for insight. And humanity in, a whole. So when I say you can do it without outside energies, out people, you know what I mean? You can, when you devote yourself to doing what's best for you and figuring out how that works or what that looks like for you. We're all different. Okay? It will work out. Stay persistent. Be consistent with this. And lock in. And don't let anybody or anything steer you off, because there's always going to be difficulties. It don't matter where you are. It don't matter if you're up or if you're down. There's always going to be some type of difficulty, some type of challenge, hurdle, whatever, test. It does not matter. There's this false hope of, get rich and have all this these material things, and then our life's great. We're happy. No. The reality is that's not the truth. I feel like we don't have a lot of the influencers that we have today, or people that are, in the public eye that have the material gains, and that has, we end up seeing people's sad stories, and, people done snapped, these celebrities done snapped, or they're going through all this other stuff because they keep that stuff behind the scenes, 1818. But it's the ones that are struggling, or the ones that aren't necessarily where they want to be at, that look for that type of I'm trying to be there. I'm trying to have them kind of bills zip in my pocket. I'm trying to have that kind of, material world. But it's because you ain't never had it. My ear's ringing right now. My right ear's ringing. You have never had it before. So you have this false sense of, once I get this, then everything's going to be straight. And the Most High said that's not truth at all. So you still going to have problems. You still going to have people trying you and testing your gangster, testing your patience, It's funny because when I saw this card, it made me think about, my kids. And I just, a few days ago, we planted a garden and of flowers and vegetables. And we live in the projects. And the energy wasn't like that, you know, before I moved here. And it's like nobody really likes that energy. You know what I mean? But that's just who I am. That's who I am. I don't care where I'm at. I could be living inside of a box under a bridge, and I'm still going to bring forth my authenticity. What, you know, I accept it for what it is and then just move on and take care of what I need to take care of, do what I need to do. But it's like nobody in the projects want to see this little ass garden, all this pretty shit. Like, that's not the energy in the projects. I personally don't care. But, you know, checking on the garden this rising. And, like, some of the plants are all stomped on and everything. Like, it's, you know, for me personally, I take this message for just accepting it for what it is. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to still do what I do. But, see, the difference is I don't allow my circumstances to change who I am. Because it doesn't matter where I'm at, I'm still going to carry that same energy. Confirmation, you hear the horn. So, but it is unfortunate that, you know, a lot of people don't like to see you have inner peace. A lot of people don't like to see you have peace because of the fact that they don't have it. Don't allow somebody to take your peace because they're at odds with themselves, or because they allow their circumstances to hold them back and not allow them to see past these circumstances. So I don't know, maybe that might resonate for somebody, you know. Because I'm like, I don't know. I may not know, but 2222. It's like, do I want her? Am I accepting being here? Yeah. Are me and my children still blessed? By far. And protected. By far. But this is what happens when you have to start all over. Start from the bottom. And to still be strong and not allow things to, you know, kick you up off your path. You know what you're going for. You know what you're striving for. You know what you're doing. Like, it just is what it is. I'd be lying if I say, you know, it wasn't a tough pill to swallow, or like it gets uncomfortable at times, because, you know, we have to sometimes have to, like I said, the Most High will give you what you need and not necessarily what you want, because there's always something there, right? The Most High takes me into different places and has me doing all different types of stuff because of who I am. You know, my soul, my spirit, just as an individual, like who I am. And who I am pisses a lot of people off because of my optimism, because of my faith, because I see the bigger picture, and because I love so hard. It don't matter who you are, where you come from. It just does not matter. I feel we're all deserving. We're all deserving of a chance to get out of and break free from the certain circumstances that, you know, bring such negativity to us, to our heart, to our minds, that we project, you know. I just don't have that to give. I'd rather cultivate ways of getting up out of that and then sharing that. So that kind of went all over not all over the place, but that did kind of go. But this card, just, that's what it's reminding me of. Because she's sitting there like this. Because, yeah, it's disappointing, you know. You can't expect you from other people. You really can't. But you can accept people for who they are. You know, where they sit at, how they sit, why they sit. Look, that's crazy because that's at the front of this card. This is the inner child oracle. You might be interested in getting this. Okay. Birds might be significant to you. You know what? And another thing, today, this rising, the crows are always showing, bringing messages, heeding or giving warning to certain things or whatever. And I look out my window and there's a wire to a pole right in front of my window. And there was a crow just sitting right there. And it looked directly at me. And I said, hi. And it sat there for a moment. And then it just flew off. Then a little bit after that, I see hawks every single day, all throughout the day. Like my kids, we call them, they call them Mama's angel birds because they've just been around for years now, like protective energy, right? And then I did create a video. I think it's on there, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like we get all of these, my kids end up finding a whole bunch of them. Like feathers are a big thing for me and my kids, but so the hawks are just always present, and little leaves, feathers. But there was a hawk, and I don't know which type of hawk this is, but it was a different one from the ones that we normally see on a regular basis, and there was a crow. It was just crowing. So I got up to look. And it is like following the hawk. And then the hawk is like flying. And it's like trying to attack the hawk. I tried to capture a video, but they were too far in the sky that you guys can't even see. It's like little specks. But it was like going after the hawk. And which was, you know, it was symbolic. I'm able to put things together well enough for my own self, but this may resonate, you know, with y'all as well, or whoever this message is for. But it's like the hawk wasn't really too phased. Like, I'm still going to keep doing my thing. You go ahead and keep shooting your shots. Keep going ahead trying to destroy or, you know, disrupt my peace. I'm still going to keep doing my thing, and I'm going to still keep elevating. Because, you know, hawks, crows always are like, they will attack hawks, but the hawks rise higher and higher and higher. And the crow is at a point not going to be able to go, you know, as high as the hawk can. The crow's going to fall off. The crow's going to back off, fall back. So, or give up, because they're not going to be able to breathe, you know, with as high as the hawk can go. So it's like looking at things from a higher perspective, regardless of what darkness surrounds you, regardless of what negativity surrounds you, the people, places, the environment, it does not matter. Stay in that hawk energy, okay? These energies, or this outside energy, or the negativity, the negative people, negative Nancys, or environments, or people that are in that energy of negativity or bitterness or whatever the case may be, okay? They want you to be irritable. They want you to be short-tempered, okay? They want you to be destructive. They want you to react. Hawks they're not reacting. They're still going about their business. That hawk was just flying still, just like, and almost in a sense like teasing it, because it was going in a circle. And like the crow was trying to follow it, but it couldn't keep up. So just, you know, keep that with you. You know, apply that to how it fits for you. Stay positive. And just look at the bigger picture. You know, remind yourself of, you know, why you are where you are, why you're moving towards what you're moving towards, why you're fighting for what you're fighting for. Okay? Even if you feel like you're fighting for your life. Even if you feel like you have absolutely nothing. 2929. I feel like also, too, the Most High has placed me where I am at to also, like, inspire and motivate and uplift individuals that feel like they have such lower circumstances, that they're not blessed or they cannot be blessed. Because I know my children and I are blessed. After coming out of everything that we've come out of, like, we are very, very blessed. I'm very grateful. But just like, it is possible. You don't have to allow your circumstances to define who you are, or to, you know, dilute or disturb your inner world to where you're projecting that negative energy, to where you're trying to make other people's lives miserable. You know, I'ma always show up with love. I don't have that energy. I don't. And I battle in spirit. I don't battle in flesh. So keep that in mind as well. All right. I think that's it. Yeah, that's it. But for whoever this resonates with, I love you. You're doing a great job. Okay? You are doing a really good job. Just keep doing what you're doing. Accept whatever it is that you need to accept and keep it pushing. Keep working towards your goals, your dreams, aspirations. Like I said, you may need to go ahead and daydream some. Okay? Spend some time out in nature. Spend some time around flowers and trees. Spend some time outside at night looking at the stars and the moon, and daydream. All right, keep your peace and don't let the outside influences and the negativity to be sitting here trying to bring you down or to take you back. All right, especially if this is something that you just came from. Okay, foundations that weren't sturdy, foundations that felt void, foundations that felt like they weren't stable. And I mean your inner world as well, not even just your outer world and environment or relationships or job, okay? Whatever however it may fit for you, okay? But yeah, all right. I love you so much. Peace, love, and light.